Hello, and welcome to another segment of The Mindset of Writing. My name is Michael Ray King, and today's writing tip is 1,000 words is worth a picture. Now, what I mean by that, we've all heard of a picture's worth 1,000 words. By the converse, 1,000 words is definitely worth a picture. And what I have found over decades, almost 4 decades of writing, is that when you write, in that moment that you write, you are taking a snapshot of who you are in that moment. It doesn't matter whether you're writing fiction or nonfiction. The truth is, you're taking a snapshot in words of who you are at that moment in time. You write from your heart. You write from your soul. You write from who you are and your experiences at that moment. So if you're taking a snapshot of who you are, years later, when you read that writing, you'll go, oh my gosh, I was freaking brilliant back then. Or, oh, what an idiot I was. Regardless of how that turns out or anywhere in between, it is truly a picture of who you were. I got my first experience with this at a book event where someone was up at the lectern reading a passage by some writer. And I was sitting there going, oh my gosh, this writing is incredibly brilliant. I'm going to have to ask her who she's quoting when she's done. Well, she gave me the answer when she got finished with the quote. It was from my own book. It was a poem, a lengthy poem, kind of an essay I'd written called Rivers of the Soul. And I had forgotten I'd even written that. That was something I'd written 20, 30 years ago. And she'd got a hold of one of my books and was reading that particular passage. And I was dumbfounded because I was about to stand up and say, God, that is the best writer I've ever heard. I'm glad I didn't say anything because it would have sounded so egotistical. But I then was struck by the epiphany of, oh my God, I had it so together 20 years ago. I didn't realize I was that together 20 years ago that I could even write something like that. So that's where I got this idea, and it's very true, that what you write right now is going to be a picture of who you are right now, no matter whether it's fiction or nonfiction. It does not matter. There is an issue here, though, with writers who take years to write their book. You've got to understand this snapshot aspect of writing. You are constantly improving as a writer. You're also constantly growing as a person. You're becoming a different person day by day. Over the course of years, this can make your writing of the book that's taking years come across very schizophrenic. It can cause problems like the writing becomes muddled, or you need heavy, heavy, heavy edits to smooth everything out at the end, or you never complete it at all. I happen to have a book that I've been dying to write for over 30 years. Its tentative title is Deja Vu. It's a sci-fi. 30 years I have had this book in my head and in my heart. I still haven't written it. I have my reasons. I won't go into that right now. Yet I keep updating the book periodically throughout these years, and it's morphed. It's no longer the book that it was 30 years ago when it first came to my head. And I've got to come to this realization that it's never going to be that original idea because I have become a much stronger writer. I've become a very different person. Therefore, the book is going to be very different. So to realize that in the mindset of writing, that your growth as a writer and your growth as a person is going to affect your book. Now, one of the great takeaways from getting your book done in an efficient and more timely manner is that you get a clearer snapshot of who you are and you get more continuity in your book. You also are more inspired to complete your project rather than let it drag out for years because you don't want to have that schizophrenic, Humpty Bumpty kind of book at the end. You don't want a muddled book. And you also are leaving a legacy. Anytime you write a book, it is a legacy. Yes, it's a snapshot of who you are, but it's also a definition of who you are. And you want that legacy to be the best it can possibly be. So get a clear snapshot of who you are. by getting your book written in a timely manner. And I can help you with that. That's actually what I do. I've called myself the Book Whisperer. I'm a book writing coach, and we work on getting your book done in a time efficient manner. If you do what I say, you can be done in 30 days. I've had people get done in 45 days and 60 days, and no one's complaining. Everyone works at their own pace, but it doesn't have to be a snail's crawl. Now, if you really like these writing tips, I would ask you to share them with everyone that you know, because it is something that I love, I'm passionate about. I love to help people. You can Google my name, Michael Ray King, and I will be the first page of Google. So if you ever need to find me, Michael Ray King, boom, I'm on Google. And go to my website. This video will appear there, as well as on Facebook and other Instagram and other places. And my website is michaelrayking.com. I have a blog there, and I'd love to hear from you. Whatever you do, keep writing and keep trucking forward and get her done. My sister and I have this saying, focus on one, have some fun, and get her done.